What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Paris and I make videos all about candle making and the starting and managing of my small candle business, LadyCIMONNE Candle Co. Today we are talking about fragrance oil flashpoints, a question that I've been getting a lot lately, so we are going to touch on that today. So what is the flash point of candle fragrance oil? It is the temperature at which it becomes combustible or flammable when contacted with a spark or a flame. I do want to point out though, because this is a question that I've gotten. Although there are some fragrance oils that may have a lower flash point, it still can be safe to use as long as it does not come in contact with the spark or a flame. So it's still safe to pour in wax, like for example, when you're making like wax melts, or if you're making some type of candle that has a lot of designs but it doesn't come and it won't come in contact with a flame, or that part of the candle will not be lit, then it's still safe to use. However, you still want to be careful and use precaution and ensure you are doing your research with the type of fragrance oil that you're using, and even contact the supplier if need be. So I got this question a lot as well. Where do you find the flash point of your fragrance oil? And it may seem like a question like, hello, just look on your website, but it can be confusing depending on the supplier that you order from, and I completely understand. I have two examples up here. So I order the bulk of my supplies from Candle Science, and so Candle Science, not only do they have it on their website, listed on each product, each fragrance oil, but they also have it on their bottle. And so I just wanted to show you an example here where, as you can see there, it says Flashpoint 212 degrees, which is great. So that is that. But I also, every now and then, depending on Candle Science inventory and what they have in stock and what fragrance oil I may need, the Flaming Candle is also a backup supplier that I use. And as you can see on their fragrance oils, they do not have the flash point. So that's why I've gotten this question several times, like, hey, I do not see the flash point on my fragrance oil. So in this case, you would want to get on your supplier's website where you ordered it from, look up the product or the specific fragrance oil that you're ordering, and see if it's on their product page. And if not, I would just contact the supplier itself and just say, hey, I'm thinking about ordering this fragrance or a couple of these fragrances. Do you mind sharing with me what the flash point is? And I'm sure they will be glad to share that with you. So no question is a dumb question when you're working with something that can potentially be hazardous to not only yourself but to your customers. And so I say ask if you need to know. So now let's talk about shipping. I actually have this written down in my notes because I did not want to misquote, but I have actually done some research on shipping when it comes to flashpoints, because delivery services such as USPS and FedEx have strict requirements and regulations when it comes to shipping fragrance oil in its state like this, and or shipping candles. If you notice, if you ever drop off a package, they'll ask you, is there anything, fragile, flammable, XYZ when you're dropping off a package? And that is because of things such as flashpoints. So it can be a bit tricky, but bottom line, I always recommend to anybody that I have questions, always do your research and, even contact the supplier or the company if need be, because it's best to just go to the source. But I did have FedEx down here where it says that they require 100 degrees Fahrenheit or higher for shipping. And then USPS even has more stricter regulations, which is actually who I ship with. And they want their products with a flash point of 140 degrees Fahrenheit or higher for safer shipping. And This is, again, to protect not only yourself, but you want your product to get to your customer safe and in good condition, and then you also want it to work properly and safe for your customers. So when it comes to shipping candles and or ordering certain things from suppliers, make sure your suppliers is also in good standard as well with delivery services, which I'm sure they are because they're a candle supplier, so they are up on their game. But you never want to be too safe. The big part of the video, because a lot of people have asked me, how do flashpoints exactly impact or affect my candles? So I do want to reassure you that as long as you are not adding more than the recommended amount to your wax, you're pretty safe. I understand because you're worried about combustion and your candles catching on fire. That is completely a great worry to have, because not only do you want to keep yourself safe, but you want to keep your end customer safe. So long as you're just adding what you're supposed to add, you are pretty much in the clear. I've gotten this question quite a bit. It's actually a big misconception now that I'm really starting to get involved with the candle industry, where a lot of us believe that the more fragrance oil that you add to your wax, the stronger the scent, the better the hot and or cold throw is, the better the candle. And that is actually not true. It's actually very, very unsafe when you go overboard with your fragrance oil, and it actually causes these little, it look like little like dewy droplets on the top of your candle, which in coming in contact with a flame or a spark can actually be combustible. So you do want to make sure you are adding what you're supposed to add to ensure that you are producing a safe candle. So final thoughts on flashpoints. Again, this is not a super long video, but I just wanted to clear up some confusion for not only for customers who may be watching my videos or other candle maker videos because you're curious, but also for us candle makers, beginners, intermediate, and sometimes even us, people that are professionals need to kind of brush up on a lot of these skills. You want to be safe. That's the final thought of this video. Ensure you are checking out your suppliers and your fragrance oils that you want to use. A lot of new beginner candle makers think that every fragrance oil operates the same every time you make a candle, and it's not. Depending on how strong the fragrance oil is, they may have a different flash point, and it may not act the same in this candle versus the fragrance that you used when you made this same candle. So you want to make sure you are testing, doing what you're supposed to do, ensure that you're working in a safe environment so that we can supply our customers with safe, good smelling products. So that is the end of this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. I do my best to respond to everyone in the best timely manner as I can. Thank you so much for your patience. I know it's kind of been a long time, no video, but I appreciate your patience. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye.